Welcome.
Thank you very much.
So it's a film with, we're going to talk after the film with a lot of questions, but it's a film which was shot in China during the coronavirus.
Yeah,
Exactly.
COVID,
You're going to tell a little bit. So can you introduce a little bit the film with 2 words?
Yeah, it's a film about unhappy middle-aged housewife in China who's trying to sort of escape what she's from, and yeah, that's that's about it.
Yes, you're going to discover the film. The film is also, you can vote for the Audience Award, so you go outside, you have a barcode, and then it's going to explain it. It's simple, complicated, but very simple at the end. It's very important to vote for the film.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you. See you after the film for the Q&A. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
My name is Qiu Yang. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the film. So I saw the film in Berlin, but I saw it again. Yes, I saw the film in big theater in Berlin. And I have a few questions, but I think let's talk about visually. You have a young cinematographer, Constance Schmidt, and you ask her to shoot the film mostly during the night. So can you tell us which camera that she used and how you interfered in the cinematography?
The film was shot with Alexa Mini, and that was the camera. And I think one of the reasons because we want to shoot the film with 4:3, and you can shoot with the camera natively with 4:3. And with her, I worked with her. This is the third time I worked with her. I did 2 short films with her before, and I think one of the thing or one of the reason or inspiration why we wanted to do a lot of nicing is because we didn't like to use a lot of film lights.
Mm-hmm.
We don't like a lot of equipment, and so and also the night. To us, and also another reason is we don't like to create image. We like to sort of find image in real life. We do a lot of location scouting. We spend a lot of time in location scouting, just trying to find good locations that's aesthetically pleasing for both of us, and then and also the place already have good lightings. And all you do just kind of do some small thing to enhance it, so you don't have to light everything. So that's kind of the
Yes, and there's also another element which I love. It's the actress you hire.
Yes,
And you are, which is the character of Kai. But you ask her, it's quite interesting because it's a portrait of a woman, but you ask her many times, you shot her from the back. And sometimes she's crying. And tell us a little bit why the distance from her to your camera, because it's very precise.
Yeah. So I mean, as you can see, the film there's not really a lot of stories. I say like a traditional like plots. So to us, it's sort of a character-driven drama. It's a journey, sort of to explore or to discover who this woman is. I mean, and for her, she wants to find out who she is, and I think. In a way, the film shows you different, like through the journey of the film, it shows you different sides or different shades of this woman, or who she could be, or who she might be. And so we thought maybe shooting sort of from the back and from the sides, rarely shooting from like a front is in a way it's a sort of a visual metaphor for this.
Is there any film where you were inspired, like a film about a portrait of a woman? I can say about a Wanda, or a woman under influence. I mean, this type of age. Is there any cult film you think is kind of inspired you?
Yeah, film-wise, I would say, I mean, not closely referenced, but one of my favorite was Lucas Amatel's Headless Woman. And also, while I was writing the script, I was reading a lot of Alice Munro. So I think I stole a lot from Alice Munro. Yeah. So I owe her a lot of money. And But yeah.
Thank you. So the film was shot in China with a Chinese production, Singaporean production, and French Malay production.
Yeah.
So was it easy to shoot in China? Did you need some authorization? Was it or not?
I mean, we shot in my hometown, like all my other film. Where I always shot in my hometown, Changzhou, in Jiangsu province, and we didn't go through the censorship, the traditional sort of route where you have to apply censorship and everything. We sort of did everything under the radar, and yeah, so and it was difficult in times, but at the same time because it was my hometown, so there are ways to get around things, and I suppose the main difficulties actually we encountered really is that it was the COVID.
Yes, exactly. Do you have any question for Qiu or impression about the film? Yes, the third quarter. Yeah.
Hi, question for the sound mixing of dialogue, because a lot of the time the dialogue is very muffled and almost like you can completely understand it in subtitles. So I'm wondering what's the choice behind this?
I mean, I was told quite a few times about this, but I don't know. It was really just what I liked, and I think a lot of people told me the dialogue, the conversation feels like it was whispering, but I don't know. It was just part of the performance that I liked on set, and when we mixed or did the sound design, it's I don't know. I never. It was not.
Is it completely recorded live on set without ADR?
There probably I would say 5% dialogue replacement that we did in the post-production. I would say more than 90% was location recording. Yeah.
Yes, and there's also the question of editing when you are cutting. People sometimes maybe think you are cooking too late, but the part of your style is to cut at one point to make it musical at the end.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I think. That's right?
Yeah.
Do you have any other comment or question for Qiu Yang? Sir, please.
What made you feel like you wanted to tell this particular story now?
I mean, good question. With my short film I've done, short film was the main character was middle-aged woman, but felt it was not sort of, I mean, with the lens of short film, you never really have enough time to kind of explore something. But I think a couple of reasons. One thing I think probably because I was at time I was having a sort of a really strange relationship with my mother, and we had a quite intense relationship when I was growing up, like with really bad relationships. But when I went to study in Australia, and when I was around 20, and after I graduated, I actually went back to China, and but I didn't go to Beijing or Shanghai to the big city. I chose to stay in my hometown Changzhou, and because I do film independently, so I chose not to go to big cities. So I actually stay at home, and from probably when I was 25 years old, I had a lot of time because my mom is a full-time housewife, so I had a lot of time to sort of stay with my mother and my parents, which gave me an opportunity to sort of observe her every day, because in a way, for a full-time housewife, for me when I'm growing up, I only see her in the morning, like when I come back from school at night, and that's it. I don't actually know what she does every day as a human being, and then I had a lot of time to really observe her every day and see the struggle that she goes through, and the problems she's encountering every day, and the regrets that she's telling me in her life. And that was when she was like mid-50s, and yeah, I think a couple of some it's not very specific, like it was just a lot of things that it's like an inspiration strike, and that was I just had this character in the beginning of the writing process. I didn't know what I want to write, and then when I was writing it, everything just pouring out. And
The reason why maybe you observed her from behind.
what was it?
From behind.
Yeah. It's also for me a opportunity to find out about these things about this woman or about my mother. You're right.
So do you think there's a strength in the film? Do you think there's a part of melancholia in the film? Can we bring this word to this or no? Or not?
I mean, I hope, yeah. If melancholia, maybe it is something. Yeah.
You have, yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
What was your biggest challenge throughout this whole journey of making this film, and how did you overcome it?
I think is a lot of things. I mean, biggest challenge, sort of how to. I say how to stick with your. I mean, as a filmmaker, how to always listen to your own intuition, because it's my first feature film, and as a first feature director, you work with bigger team. You work with more people, and with people with way more experience than you, but then you would have a lot of people sort of whispering in your ears, like tell you, oh, you should do this, you should do that, and tell you things like, feature is different from short film. But the thing is, sometimes you get it's to me it's very difficult thing to always trust your guts, because sometimes what my feeling is totally opposite to what other people suggest with me. But then you think, oh, these are my friends, they're my team, they're trying to help. But how you choose this, yeah, I'm still working on it. So.
And for your next film, are you working with the same crew, the same actors, or you want to change totally? I'm not saying shooting in China or not, but you will work with Constant Schmidt again, the sound guy again. This is the idea, is to bring a family back to the next one.
I think it really depends on the film I'm making. I always try to work with the same people if it suits the project. So I think it's a balance. For me, it's a learning journey. So I think to think about the project first, and to think who's from the O team who's most suitable for the project. I would then work with the O team, and I think. But at the same time, working with new collaborators is also exciting.
Those are good.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you so much. Good luck for
Thank
the
you.
total screenings. Don't forget to vote for the Adults Award. You have a barcode outside. It's going to be
Thank you very
amazing.
much.
And thank you so much. Thank you.